কালকে লড়াই বাজবে, কোনো চিন্তা নেই। এই অডিওটা আমার দরকার ছিল তো একটু বলে টেনশন হবে না। চলা বোঝা যাক রে, বেরোনো যাচ্ছে না, সিকিউরিটি গুলো বলছে চলো।
Registrar, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, Colonel Retired Prabdeep Singh Sandhu. Thank you. We request the Registrar to request the Chairperson to preside over the convocation.
I request the Chairperson, Professor A.B. Bhattacharya, to please preside over the function.
We also request the Chairperson and other dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. Thank you all. Invocation song.
Sang
We now request our chairperson, Board of Governors, to declare the 10th convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
We now request our director, Professor T. Kumar, to present the recipients to the chairperson.
Sir, the students who have been considered qualified for admission to the degree of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India, have assembled.
All the degree recipients are requested to stand up.
Sir, may I introduce to you the students who have already been considered qualified by the Institute to receive the degrees of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India, to which I pray they may be admitted.
I am requesting Director to read out the sentences.
On behalf of the Honorable Chairman, I am reading out the message. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairperson of Board of Governors of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India, I admit you to your respective degrees, and I advise you that ever in your thought and action you prove yourself worthy of the honor conferred by you. That's all.
All degree recipients are requested to take their seats. Thank you. We now call upon our registrar to request Dean Research and Consultancy to call out the names of the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the Director, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. I request the Director to kindly do the honors.
I request Professor P. Gupta, Dean Research and Consultancy, to call out the names of recipients of degree of Philosophy of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India.
Himadri Shankar De Sarkar, Department of Physics. Sujit Kumar Mandal, Electronics and Communication Engineering. Shuprakash Roy, Department of Chemistry. Navnita Krishnaraj R, Chemical Engineering. Ujjal Chakraborty, Electronics and Communication Engineering. Jilik Bhattacharya, Computer Science and Engineering. Prashantu Kumar Pani, Electrical Engineering. Anjali Chatterjee Banerjee, Electrical Engineering.
Please applaud the degree recipients.
Barnali Chakraborty, Art and Environmental Studies. Anirban Shaha, Mathematics. Lokesha M, Mechanical Engineering. Shashwato Goswami, Chemical Engineering. Amit Ganguly, Biotechnology. Bijoy Kumar Shaw, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Purnojit Gupta, Humanities and Social Sciences. Vikash Maheshwari, Electronics and Communication Engineering. Sonali Boda Hajarika, Chemistry. Pradeep Kundu, Mathematics. Bikram Boshak, Biotechnology. Shagnik Chakraborty, Biotechnology. Shaurabh Mollik, Electrical Engineering. Chitotosh Bhattacharya, Mechanical Engineering. Robin Kumar Bishas, Mechanical Engineering. Manush Kumar Mandal, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Apurupa Bhattacharya, Chemical Engineering. Biplab Chaudhuri, Chemical Engineering. Kumar Pranav, Biotechnology. Obik Mukherjee, Humanities and Social Sciences. Sharodindu Panda, Electronics and Communication Engineering. Sharodindu Panda. Sharodindu Panda. Sharodindu Panda. The next. Sharodindu Panda. Okay. Panda. Okay, we'll please. We'll call you again. Okay. Sushant Kumar Shahu, Physics. Obik Chatterjee, Mechanical Engineering. Rajesh Kumar Agarwala, Physics. Nisha Gupta, Biotechnology. Shuman Kumar Shaha, Electronics and Communication Engineering. R. Muralidharan, Electronics and Communication Engineering. He has not come. Srinivas Nalgonda, Electronics and Communication. He is not present. Muralidharan is not present. Srinivas Nalgonda. Jaiprakash Maurya, Biotechnology. Navobiti Goswami, Chemical Engineering. Arnab Karmakar, Chemical Engineering. Shumit Mukhopadhyay, Mechanical Engineering. Mrinal Kanti Sharkar, Electrical Engineering. Ranjit Das, Biotechnology. Sharodindu Panda, Electronics and Communication Engineering. Sharodindu Panda is studying.
Thank you, sir. We now call upon our registrar to request Dean Research and Consultancy to call out the names of the recipients of the postgraduate degrees. I request the director to kindly do the honors.
I request Dean Research and Consultancy, Professor Gupta, to present the recipients of the postgraduate degrees.
I request Head of the Department of Physics to call out the names of the recipients of M.Tech degree in Advanced Material Science and Technology, Department of Physics.
Mohammad Azam, Sudipta Satra, Dhiman Kumar Das, Supriya Kumari, Satrugna Kumar, Monish Kumar Singh, Sujata Mondol, Onindo Bose.
Thank you. I request Head of the Department of Biotechnology to call out the names of the recipients of M.Tech degree in Biotechnology.
Hardik Manek, Swati Singh, Bhamshi Bharadwaj, Guhan K.A., Vikas T. Dangardevip, Kovel Saha, Akanksha Rastogi, Shruti Limaye, Shumeda Shaha.
Thank you, sir. I request Head of the Department of Chemical Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Chemical Engineering.
Father Ahmed, Tomonas Podamanik, Ayman Abdar, Sriparna Saha, Bhaskar Vishoyi, Rohit Kumar Singh,
Thank you, sir. I now request Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Computer Science and Engineering.
Suparna Kormakar, Keshav Divangan, Piyush Gupta, Hemant Kumar Shaw, Mondrita Niyogi, Shoma Banerjee, Brajendra Kumar,
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Design and Production Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Amarendra Kumar, B. Ganesha, K. K. Shahu, S. M. Ranj, Nagendra Singh, Ravi Shankar Mandal, and Shantanu Datta. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Head of the Department of Electrical Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Electrical Systems, Department of Electrical Engineering.
Radha Kushwa, Vidhi Gautam, সন্দীপ হাজরা।
Thank you, sir. I request Head of the Department of Earth and Environmental Studies to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Environmental Science and Technology.
Rima Noor, Shilpi Bishwas, Jite Singh Dharwal, Shipra Bharadwaj, Vignesh K.R., Rishikaran Rathore, Vignesh, Rishikaran Rathore, Vaibhav, Moshami Bej, Shubhradip Mandal, Shupriti Pramanik, Ramiz Raza, Chandrima Bhadra,
Thank you, sir. I request Head of the Department of Information Technology to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Information Security, Department of Information Technology.
Bhanu Pratap Singh Bist, Krishna Kumar Tiwari, Vikash Kumar Singh, Dhaneshwar Mardi, Shankhadeep Pujaru. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Head of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, specialization Industrial Metallurgy.
Ashish Soini, Himanshu Goel, Himanshu Goel, Himanshu Goel.
Okay. Okay, you just come this side, please. Okay. I now request Head of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, specialization Materials Engineering.
Kapil Tripathi, Chandan Chaudhary, Sujit Kumar Gautam, Sujit Kumar Gautam, Ami Raja Sohani, পি নীতি সুশান্তি, বাণীব্রত দাস।
What is the name?
বাণীব্রত দাস, বাণীব্রত দাস, বাণীব্রত দাস।
ঠিক আছে, এটা what is this one? হিমাংশু গোয়েল।
হিমাংশু গোয়েল, হিমাংশু গোয়েল।
Okay, thank you, sir. I now request Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Microelectronics and VLSI.
অমিত কুমার রাজাক, রাহুল কুমার সিনহা, সত্যেন্দ্র কুমার গুপ্তা, কল্যাণ, came up to Kollan.
VLSI student, right?
I don't remember. আপনি লিখেছেন ভিলেজ।
এটা কি? এটা কি VLSI?
এটা টেলিকম।
না না না, এটা কি VLSI? চন্দন কুমার?
না না।
VLSI না।
না না।
Telecom. Okay, call it.
Okay, the students for telecom, MTech in telecommunication engineering, Chandan Kumar. আমি জানি।
লিখেছে পুরো, ওটা VLSI, উল্টো লিখেছে। VLSI।
এটা VLSI, তাহলে টেলিকম বলে ফেললাম।
ঠিক আছে।
এন সৌম্যা, এল জগদীশ, বর্ণালী দাস, কপিল খারে, রমেশ কুমার, yes.
Thank you, sir.
না আর্ধা সেটটা তো
পড়ে।
Okay.
I now request Head of the Department of Mathematics to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Operations Research, Department of Mathematics.
কৃষ্ণমূর্তি কাশিকার, মোহাম্মদ আলাউদ্দিন, হরেশ কুমার শর্মা, মঙ্গলাময়ী পাণ্ডে,
Thank you, ma'am. I request Head of the Department of Computer Applications to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Software Engineering, Department of Computer Applications.
শুভাশিস বেহেরা, শুভেন্দু কোনায়, পঙ্কজ কুমার, তাহিদ আহমেদ, আশুতোষ পাঠক, প্রদীপ কুমার সিং, শবনম শামিমা, সুপ্রীতি সিং মহাপাত্র, জাহাঙ্গীর আলম, নেহা।
Thank you, madam. Now I request Head of the Department of Civil Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Structural Engineering, Department of Civil Engineering.
মোহাম্মদ আব্দুল রহমান, ধনঞ্জয় মণ্ডল, শতাব্দী পোদ্দার, রিকু বিশ্বাস, প্রবালী সরকার, অমিত কুমার বারই,
Thank you, sir. What? Yeah. Now I request Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of MTech degree in Telecommunication Engineering, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Amit Kumar Rajak, Rahul Kumar Sinha, Satyendra Kumar Gupta, Kalyan, Kuldeep Jadhav, Ananya Mukherjee, Partho Sharathi Pal, Kollan Sundar Kola,
Thank you, sir. Now I request Head of the Department of Management Studies to call out the names of the recipients of MBA degree.
অঞ্জুল ভার্মা, কুমারী শালিনী, তুষার কুমার, মিলন দিদমানিয়া, দেবজিৎ কর্মকার, জ্যোতিপ্রকাশ ঠাকুর, রাজেশ কুমার আগরওয়াল, মোহাম্মদ রানা বিশ্বাস, মোহাম্মদ কমার সাবাদ, মিতেশ শর্মা, সৌম্যব্রত দত্ত, বাস্তব চট্টোপাধ্যায়, অম্বর শ্রীবাস্তব, কুমারী আকাঙ্ক্ষা, সুদেশনা দাস, প্রবীণ কুমার রাজপুত, নুরুদ্দিন খান, নুরুদ্দিন আবদুল্লাহ, সৌভিক কর, রানী দ্বিবেদী, দীপান্বিতা চৌধুরী, এমনিতে আসি নামটা বললাম।
Thank you, ma'am. I request the head of the Department of Computer Applications to call out the names of the recipients of the degree in MCA.
কোথা থেকে শুরু? শুভ্রা, রামপুকার যাদব, আপিল পাল, অতুল ভাস্কর, সমীর সাইকিয়া, নেহা সিনহা, জয় ভট্টাচার্য, স্নেহা ঠাকুর, রিতেশ কুমার, অঙ্কিত জয়সওয়াল, এমডি ইসমাইল, অভিনবশীল, সঞ্জয় কুমার, শুভম ত্রিপাঠী, রিঙ্কি কুমারী, অদ্রিজা চ্যাটার্জি, পূজা উপাধ্যায়, রতনদীপা চৌধুরী, মৈনাক পাঞ্চল, মৈনাক পাঞ্চল, অরবিন্দ যাদব, মৃন্ময় কেস, বি মোহন ভারতী, विवेकानंद पांडे।
Thank you, ma'am. I request the head of the Department of Chemistry to call out the names of the recipients of MSc degree in chemistry.
तनिमा भट्टाचार्य, অনির্বাণ ভান্ডারী, তিতাস চক্রবর্তী, শ্রুতি মুখার্জি।
Thank you, sir. I request the head of the Department of Mathematics to call out the names of the recipients of MSc degree in mathematics with computer applications.
Ankush Chandra, অনিরুদ্ধ সামন্ত, অর্ঘ্যদীপ রয়, জ্ঞানস্বরূপ নাগ, অর্ঘ্যদীপ অ্যাবসেন্ট, তন্ময় ঘোষ, তন্ময় ঘোষ, অনুপম মুখার্জি, এসকে শহীদ মোহাম্মদ, এসকে শহীদ মোহাম্মদ, সৌমেন কুণ্ডু, শ্রীপর্ণা সিনহা।
Thank you, ma'am. I now request head of the Department of Physics to call out the names of the recipients of MSc degree in physics. প্রথমে এইগুলো, তারপর লাস্টে দুটো ইনটেক বাকি আছে।
ভাস্কর পাল, তুষার ঘোষ, তুষার ঘোষ, মোনালিসা হালদার, ত্রিদীপ রায়, ত্রিদীপ রায়, সুচেতা সাউ, মোটুসি দে, মোটুসি দে, দীপায়ন চক্রবর্তী, দীপায়ন চক্রবর্তী, নিবেদিতা ঘোষ, two students of MTech in Advanced Material Science and Technology who left in before, Abhay Kumar and Sonam Chakraborty. Sonam Chakraborty.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sirs. We now call upon our registrar to request Dean Academic to call out the names of the recipients of undergraduate degrees. I request the director to kindly do the honors.
I request Dean Academic Professor D.K. Mandal to present the recipients of the undergraduate degrees to the director. Thank you.
I request the head of the Department of Biotechnology to call out the names of recipients of the BTech degree in biotechnology.
Deepak Kumar Yadav, Akhilesh, Mayank Barman, Joyashree Singh,
Slow call.
Ritik Dash, okay sir, Rahul Ghosh, Priti Chayan Chatterjee, Shaknik Dash, Piyush Mandal, Shagorika Roy, Amit Mahali, अच्छा अजीत कुमार, अच्छा सौरभ पॉल, अरुण कुमार, अर्कप्रभ चौधरी, पंदेपू साई श्रीकांत, डिरेक्टर बोलছে না और साई श्रीकांत, श्रीकांत पंदीपू साई सर, ओके सर, अभी क्यों अर्पिता मृगवानी, शुभजीत दास, अर्णव बैरागी, निखिल विक्रम, अर्णव मित्रो, सामन्या हाजरा,
Now it is the turn of chemical engineering. I request the head of the Department of Chemical Engineering to call out the names of recipients of BTech degree in chemical engineering. A small announcement for recipients, please. Please maintain peace. No murmuring, please.
Kushal Kothari, Somashis Saha, Umang Mal, Jitendra Kumar Shaini, Keshwar Kumar, Akash Bhattacharya, Penagati Pradeep Kumar, Upendra Kumar Mehta, অরিন্দম নস্কর, বিপিন শর্মা, বিশাল রাও, রিকি মন্ডল, রবি প্রকাশ শিরোমণি, প্রদীপ সিং, মুকেশ কুমার গুপ্তা, পিনাকি সাহা, শ্রীলেখা দাস, গোকুলোদ বিক্রম রাজু, রশ্মি সুচিতা কুজুর, শুভম মহতা, সৈকত সাহা, প্রখর সিং, পদর্থী ভেঙ্কটেশ্বর লু, সন্দীপ কুমার, রজত কুমার শ্রীবাস্তব, মেধাপতি রবি তেজা, অভিনব ত্রিপাঠী, প্রসূন শর্মা, অঙ্কিত মিশ্রা, সৌম্য পাত্র, উদ্ভব রয়, and Kalma Funtush.
Thank you, sir. Now it's a turn for Civil Engineering Department. I request the head of the Department of Civil Engineering to call out the names of recipients of BTech degree in Civil Engineering.
হাবিব হোসেন, অমিত তিওয়ারি, আদিল মির্জা, রূপক চক্রবর্তী, হেমন্ত রাজপুত, সম্রাট রে, মোহাম্মদ তারিক রফসান মজাহারি, রাজদীপ খান, অভিনন্দন সাহু, সৌম্য গড়াই, সৌভিক কুমার খনকারি, ইন্দ্রনাথ বিশ্বাস, সৈকত কুইলি, নবনীল বিশ্বাস, সৌম্য দে, সৌরভ গুপ্তা, বোধিসত্ত্ব গোস্বামী, সচ্চিদানন্দ সিং, প্রশান্ত বৈষ্ণব মিশ্রা, কুনাল কিশোর, कुंदन कुमार, मोहम्मद तौहीद असलाम, दीप्तजीत दत्त, दिनेश मुखर्जी, बासव सिन्हा, देवायन घोष।
Thank you, sir. So now it's the turn for Computer Science and Engineering. I request the head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of BTech degree in Computer Science and Engineering.
Keshav Gupta, Aman Ahuja, Shivam Pant, Himanshu Shukla, Sindhu P, Kushagradi Bhomik, Shayantan Dotto, Indira Raman Tiwari, Shubhra Mojumdar, Soviet Mundra, Pratik Bhattacharya, Shukriti, Stuti Pansari, Darakshan Anwar, Miraj Ahmed, Saurav Kumar, Soumya Shankar Sharkar, Asmit De, Akash Roy, Rajiv Singh, Shayoni Shaha, Shaptoshi Das, Anil Kumar Meena, Debashish Roy, Akash Datal, Rahul Barman, Deki Lamo, Rohit Kumar Singh, Ankit Agarwal, Atanu Mondol, Vivek Sinha, Manoj Shaha, Muhammad Akramul Haq, Tanishtha Som,
Thank you, ma'am. So stand for electrical engineering. I request the head of the Department of Electrical Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of BTech degree in electrical engineering. Please.
Piyush, Moinak Bhattacharya, Ritik Poddar, Pooja Das Sharma, Pallavi Sinha, Suchismita Biswas, Aniket Mahato, Arjabroto Pal, Sarika Bishnoi, Soumodip Nag, Akash Singh, Jyotiranjan Nayak, Soumodipto Mitra, Siddhartho Mondol, Manjor Hasan, Ritesh Kumar, Rajdeep De, Abhijit Roy, Soham Ghosh, Debashish De, Subhashish Pramanik, Abhirup Mondol, Shoykot Odhikari, প্রিয়ঙ্কর মণ্ডল, হরিশ, এসবি সম্বিত কুমার সেঠি, সুমন সাঁতরা, ঋতুপর্ণ নস্কর, সৌরভ মণ্ডল, তৃষা বড়ুয়া, জনসন বেসরা, শিবানী পাটুলিয়া, প্রভাত কুমার সিং, শশাঙ্ক শেখর, চাং সা থং বনি, তুনির দে, সোনু কুমারী, and Shaumo Chatterjee.
Thank you, sir. So it is stand for Electronics and Communication Engineering. So I request the head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of BTech degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering.
मोहम्मद सरमद नियाज, स्वराज कुमार दे, कौशिक भी, आमन श्री सुंदर, रौनक कुमार गुप्ता, অয়ন্তী ঘোষ, রজত সান্যাল, হর্ষিতা ওয়াদের, স্বস্তিক পাল, তনুশ্রী ব্যানার্জি, অভিক সেন, ইপসিতা সানিগ্রাহী, আকাঙ্ক্ষা রানী, সৌরভ আনন্দ, শাইখ মুজাম্মিল, पंकज सोनी, दीपक कुमार, शुभ्रप्रतिम हालदार, जिष्णु घोष, श्वेता पारिदा, महेश्वरी, अतुल कुमार, Harvesh Kumar, Jeet Vishwas, Sania Namrata Samad, Adarsh Kumar, V. Kranti, Jenisa Baskota, Kunal Gautam, Roshan Ranjan, Abhayasri Chamarthi, Manas Pratim Sarma, Pushpita Tapu, Poulomi Mondal.
Thank you, sir. So now I would request the head of the Department of Information Technology to call out the names of the recipients of BTech degree in Information Technology.
Abhishek Parwal, Niladitya Devnath, Saurav Karmakar, Amit Chanchal, Rakesh Shaw, Chitradeep Ghosh, Shayan Banerjee, Shaitendra Kumar Ram, Ankit Singh Parihar, Vinit Verma, Prashun Kumar Singh, Abhishek Maji, Shailesh Kumar Gupta, Imar Ete, Kriti Bajoria, P. Vinod Kumar, Sagar Srivastav, Shubham Barskar, Saminathan C. Iyer, Anuj Kumar,
Please,
Amit Kumar Kanwar,
please maintain silence. Please. Students, please maintain silence.
Supratik Deb, অরিজিৎ রায়, ধীরাজ কুমার মণ্ডল।
Thank you, sir. Now I'd request the head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering to call out the names of the recipients of the BTech degree in Mechanical Engineering.
विजय रंजन सिंह, डी स्वरूप पांडे, देवव्रत सरकार, अभिषेक गर्ग, श्रीनाथ मोहंती, नवनीत कुमार, अनुभव सिंह, परमित सिंह विर्दी, एस.के. दुबे, नितिन निशांत, अनुज त्यागी, संदीप नाथ तिवारी, मुकेश शुक्ला, अमित दत्ता, शुभ्रांशु मुखर्जी, सिद्धार्थ पांडे, अश्विनी यादव, अग्नित्र दास शर्मा, गौरव सिंह, नीलांजन शाह, बी अनीश कुमार, रोहित जायसवाल, शशांक जायसवाल, अमन वर्मा, कुमार सौरभ, अमरजीत, अखिलेश सिंह, अंशुमान सिंह, कैलेश्वर प्रसाद, मनीष कुमार, गरिमा दास, पवन कुमार शाह, मोहित यादव, भास्कर सिंह रावत, चंदन कुमार,
সত্যজিৎ দাস কর্মকার, রাহুল রক্ষিত, सतीश कुमार गुप्ता, अविनाश कुमार, उदय शंकर शॉ, शैकत सरदार, एस श्वेता, अभिक मंडल, मृण्मय एस मंडल, शुभेंदु हलदार, अनिर्बाण सरदार, राघवेंद्र कुमार पांडे, हेमंत अग्रवाल, शाहज जैन, पवन गुप्ता, अभिषेक कुमार कौशिक, नीरू श्रीवास्तव, मोहम्मद अकीब, प्रसन्न भट्टराज, सोनू चौरासिया, तन्मय घोष, okay, so please wait here. Shayad Shubha, तन्मय देव अपू, शशि दास, अनुराग दे, अमन कुमार, अनुराग भट्टाचार्य, सौरभ हालदार, अभिमन्यु दत्ता. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now I would request the head of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Department to call out the names of the recipients of BTech degree in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering.
সায়ন সামন্ত, निकी गुप्ता, राजीव कुमार सिंह, शुभम कुमार शाह, मंजू देवी, आयुष कुमार, मनीष कुमार, जोगेंद्र सोरेन, मनीष कुमार, যোগেন্দর সোরেন, সৌরভ ভৌমিক, অমিতাভ দাস, দীপাঞ্জন মণ্ডল, দীপক দে, নীতিশ কুমার, পারেজ আলম আনসারি, বিবেক, সতীশ কুমার, চন্দন চাকমা, হর্ষিত আরিয়া, ভক্তবৎসলম, ভক্তবৎসলম, অর্ণব পাল, সোমা মাঝি, অনির্বাণ চক্রবর্তী, শুভ্রদীপ দাস, শতায়ু বক্সি, এম ওমপ্রকাশ, ক্ষিতীশ কুমার চৌধুরী, নীরাজ কুমার, আকাশ মিশ্রা, আরিহান জৈন, নিখিল বিক্রম, প্রশান্ত ত্রিপাঠী, অনির্বাণ বিশ্বাস, কপিলাবু জগদীশ।
Thank you, sir. So we have missed to call one name under biotechnology, BTech. I request the head of the Department of Biotechnology to call out that name. Please.
Vivek Datta.
Thank you, sir. Please.
Thank you, sirs. We request all degree recipients to stand for the pledge. We request the leader, Himadri Shankar De Sarkar, to come to the dais. The leader is going to say the pledge and the degree recipients are requested to kindly follow. We also request the director to come to the podium.
I charge you that in thought, word and deed, you will ever maintain the purity, dignity and integrity of your profession and honor of the institute. Please take the pledge.
We, the recipient of degrees of the NIT Durgapur, hereby pledge that we shall, in thought and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties as engineers, technologists, scientists, and managers, that in all circumstances we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our alma mater, that we shall devote all our energies to promote the unity and secular ideal of our country and utilize our knowledge of engineering, technology, science, humanities, and management in the service of our motherland.
Thank you. All degree recipients are requested to sit down. Thank you. We request our registrar to call out the names of the recipients of the Institute Gold Medals from the chief guest.
Supriya Kumari, M.Tech in Advanced Materials Science and Technology, Department of Physics, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, Institute Gold Medal.
What is the name called?
Supriya Kumari.
Supriya Kumari.
Guhan K.A. M.Tech in Biotechnology, Department of Biotechnology, Institute Gold Medal. I am an Abrar, M.Tech in Chemical Engineering, Department of Chemical Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. Hemant Kumar Shah, M.Tech in Computer Science and Engineering, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Himadri Shekhar Karmakar, M.Tech in Korean Science and Technology, Department of Chemistry, Institute Gold Medal. Kilendra Kumar Sahu, M.Tech in Design and Production Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Radha Kushwaha, M.Tech in Electrical Systems, Department of Electrical Engineering. Shilpi Vishwas, M.Tech in Environmental Science and Technology, Institute Gold Medal. Aramban James Singh, M.Tech in Information Technology, Information Security, Department of Information Technology, Institute Gold Medal. Not here. Himanshu Goyal, M.Tech in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, specialized in Industrial Metallurgy, Institute Gold Medal. Barnali Das, M.Tech in Microelectronics and VLSI, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Saibal Majumdar, M.Tech in Operation Research, Department of Mathematics. Tawheed Ahmed, M.Tech in Software Engineering, Department of Computer Applications, Institute Gold Medal. No, he is not here. Aseem Mukherjee? No. Kalyan? Kalyan, M.Tech in Telecommunication Engineering, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Swati Gupta, Masters in Business Administration, Institute Gold Medal. Shubhra, Masters in Computer Applications, Institute Gold Medal. Tanima Bhattacharya, MSc in Chemistry, Institute Gold Medal. Ankush Chanda, MSc in Mathematics with Computer Applications, Institute Gold Medal. Paheli Ghosh, MSc in Physics, Institute Gold Medal. Gitika Ariktala, Anu Gupta, Abhishek Sarkar, Parthik Bhattacharya. Yes, Parthik Bhattacharya, BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, Institute Gold Medal.
जो लोग एब्सेंट है उनको मत बुलाइए।
ठीक है। Debakar Das, BTech in Electrical Engineering. No. Epsita Sanigrahi, BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Shubham Bhaskar, BTech in Information Technology, Institute Gold Medal. Saurav Haldar, BTech in Mechanical Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Arihant Jain, BTech in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Institute Gold Medal. Now sponsored medals. Ipsita Sanigrahi, highest CGPA in BTech, DV Sitabai Memorial Gold Medal, National Institute of Technology. Ipsita Sanigrahi, Scholastic Excellence among Girl Students, BTech, Parpati Devi Chandumal Memorial Gold Medal. Okay.
Response gold medal है ना?
हाँ.
Thank you, sir. We request our registrar to call out the names of the recipients of the sponsored medals from the Chairperson, Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India.
Ipsita Sanigrahi, Scholastic Excellence among Girl Students, BTech, Parpati Devi Chandumal Memorial Gold Medal. Arihant Jain, highest CGPA in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, BTech, Tarulata Sena Memorial Gold Medal. Paheli Ghosh gets highest CGPA MSc in Physics, MS Sena Memorial Gold Medal. She is not present. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now request our director to present the report.
Namaskar. Respected Swami Atma Priyananda ji, Vice Chancellor Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda University, Belur Math, the Chief Guest, respected Professor Amalendu Bhushan Bhattacharya, Chairman Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, all graduating students, the faculty, staff, students, alumni, invited guests, and the members of the media. I heartily welcome you all on this occasion of the 10th Convocation of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. On behalf of the Institute and on my personal behalf, it is my great honor to welcome Swami Atma Priyananda ji, who despite his busy schedule kindly consented to grace the occasion as the chief guest. I am also glad to welcome Professor Amalendu Bhushan Bhattacharya, who has recently taken over the charge as Chairperson, Board of Governors, NIT Durgapur, and we look forward to scaling greater heights under his able leadership. It is my privilege to present to you now the progress made by the Institute in the last 1 year. Since transformation from REC to NIT, research has been our focus area. The faculty members and the students are actively engaged in research. They published 403 papers in peer-reviewed journals, mostly premier international journals. In 2013-14, in addition to 316 papers presented in international and national conferences, they also reviewed 191 manuscripts for journals. The faculty members are handling more than 60 sponsored research projects with more than rupees 36 crores. After participating successfully in the earlier SMDP program, NIT Durgapur has been included in the SMDP C2SD Research Initiative Grant was introduced this year, and each eligible faculty member was granted a fund up to rupees 10 lakhs to augment the infrastructure in her or his area of research. Doctoral research activity increased significantly, and 592 PhD research scholars are registered in the institute presently. For the first time, more than 50 scholars have received the PhD degrees in this convocation. In addition to the undergraduate programs, postgraduate academic programs are given due emphasis. 3 new MTech programs were introduced this year: Geotechnical Engineering in the Department of Civil Engineering, Power Electronics and Machine Drives in the Electrical Engineering Department, and High Performance Computing in the Computer Center. 2 existing MTech programs were revised and renamed: Power Systems in Electrical Engineering and Machine Design in Mechanical Engineering. We have initiated efforts to start a few more new MTech programs in the next academic session. A number of students were sponsored by the Institute to present papers in national and international conferences in India and attend research internship abroad, including the collaborative scheme with CERN Geneva. The students participated regularly in NCC, NSS and other extracurricular activities through different activity clubs of the institute. The annual sports and festivals like Arohan, Mukti, Motor Jundung, Varv, and etc. were celebrated with great fervor. The students participated in different inter-NIT winning laurels. NIT Durgapur Alumni Association, NIDA, organized their annual fest in the institute during January 10 and 11 this year. National Unity Day, National Education Day, Swachh Bharat Mission, Vigilance Week and Hindi Pakwara were observed. A seminar was held on the life and works of the great poet Thiruvalluvar. An essay competition on philosophy of education was also organized among the students. The institute is successfully participating in TechCube Phase 2. The research infrastructure was augmented and a multidisciplinary center of excellence on advanced materials was set up. 28 conferences and short-term courses and 31 industry institute interaction programs were also organized in the institute in 2013-14. A comprehensive institute automation system is being implemented. The HRMS and accounting modules have already been activated and the rest are on trial run. The institute has been earnestly engaged in expansion of its infrastructure, renovating the existing facilities and creating new ones. We have constructed a boys hostel, market complex, biotechnology, chemistry block, an academic block along with the capacity expansion of existing boys hostels. Several new construction projects like a boys hostel, a girls hostel, an auditorium, a guest house and a renovation of academic building are progressing well, and a few more new projects are in pipeline. I would like to express our gratitude and thanks to the MHRD, Government of India, for the administrative and financial support and assistance from the state government and other funding agencies. I sincerely acknowledge the support and encouragement received from the members of the Board of Governors, faculty, staff, students and alumni of the Institute. I thank Swami Atma Priyananda ji again for his august presence here today. This year, 744 BTech degrees, 235 MTech degrees, 60 MBA, 87 MCA, 35 MSc and 51 PhD degrees were awarded in this convocation. I offer my hearty congratulations to all recipients of the degree today. I hope that each one of you will keep the NIT Durgapur flag flying high and make us proud with your achievements and contribution to the society and the country. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We now request Professor Amalendu Bhushan Bhattacharya, Chairperson, Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India, to address the convocation meet.
Namaskar. Honorable Chief Guest, Swami Atma Priyananda Maharaj Ji, Professor T. Kumar, Director of NIT Durgapur, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, all staff members and dear students, it is my proud privilege to get the opportunity to preside over the 10th convocation of NIT Durgapur. I especially am very grateful to Swami Atma Priyananda ji that in a very short time that I approached him for being the chief guest, he almost instantaneously agreed in spite of his very high constraints that he had. In fact, somehow, he happened to be the first choice in my mind whom I would request for being the chief guest. And I'm so fortunate that my first attempt was successful. Dear students, this convocation is a very solemn occasion for you, for any student that completes the education and goes out to the real world. I am more fascinated the real word of convocation, which was originated in this country centuries ago, perhaps 1,000 years back. That is, this is Dikshant Samaroha. That is, you are initiated to your learning over a period, and at the end of that, we have the ceremony. And when you are getting initiated, you get Diksha. So please remember that what you have learned is only being initiated, and the application of the knowledge that you have acquired will be really tested later when you apply them in your profession and in your life. So therefore, Dikshant Samaroha is more appropriate word to me than the convocation. Now, I will go a little deviate from the text because I am never very comfortable to read from a printed text, but the content will be there and time will be also maintained. You see, when you come and take admission here, either in the undergraduate or the postgraduate or for doctorate degree, you are like a flowing water before us. And you know from the first day that will be leaving us for some day, after 4 years or 2 years or 4 or 5 years of your doctorate work. And naturally, we know that you do not have a 10-year position in this institute, so someday you will have to go, and a fresh batch will come. So, but you know, all the time we know that our children will go away, and we suffer the agony that we'll have to part with them someday. And today is the date when we formally really part with you. And very appropriately, this agony is depicted in the words that for the students, we know that we will be going after 1 year, after 2 years, for 3 years, we know. Jadi gacchasi gacchahe natha, yamiti yamiti namavada, vajjapate na vedana, asanitras ativa dussaha. I'll translate the meaning. That please don't say that we'll be going, we'll be going, we'll be going. We know that we'll be going. We suffer the pain. But when the thunderstorm falls, we accept it as the reality. But the fear that there will be thunderstorm is very agonizing. So friends, this period you stay over here, we nurture inside the agony that someday you will live. And today that moment has come. We cannot say, Jete nahi debo. We'll have to say, Jete dite habe. But then, though we bleed inside, but we smilingly say, God bless you, bhalo theko, mone rekho. don't please forget us, in spite of the fact that you might have been inconvenienced, we might not have been providing as much comfort as possible, but then we tried our best, and we'd like to see that we shine in the reflected glory of our students. So once again, bhalo theko, bhalo theko, bhalo theko. And I again remind you, because you give the clapping, mone rekho, mone rekho, mone rekho. I would like to remind you, perhaps you are not aware of the transformation that has gone over the period you have stayed here. It was Regional Engineering College at one point of time, and around 2003 to 2004, it became National Institute of Technology. Did you realize what it meant being transformed from Regional Engineering College to National Institute of Technology? From regional to national, engineering to technology, college to institute. It is three-dimensional transformation that we had to accommodate. And then, fourth one, perhaps it is not spelled out here, that number of students that had to be accommodated was scaled up. And therefore, it was the fourth dimensional challenge that the institute had to face. My dear students, when I say that you might have been inconvenienced, in fact, yesterday we visited few places, it really bleeds inside to see the type of inconvenience you have. But then this is the best we could be providing at this time, because to cope up with this fourth dimensional challenge of transformation, it is not a simple thing. I'm sure if you come back after a few years, perhaps you will not be in a position to recognize this institute. The transformation will be so great. So we have gone through, and I cannot forget recalling that the first chairman of this institute was late, and the visionary late Dr. B.C. Roy. And I'm so privileged that after I think 55 years, I'm standing here, and I feel so humbled that at one point of time, Dr. B.C. Roy could have addressed perhaps the students. So I request you, all of you please for a moment, remember late Dr. B.C. Roy, who was a visionary and who really laid down the foundation of this great institute. Second point, that when you have seen that our director has spelled out the tremendous 51 PhD students from an institute of this type is no mean achievement. I am aware of the type of statistics that is coming from other institutes. I think all of us can be proud that in spite of heavy constraints, if they have turned out the quality 51 PhD students, I salute the performance of the institute. I have just taken over, and I feel really proud that all of us can be proud of the performance of this institute, but share the quality of education they have provided. I know that still is a long way to go, because every day is a new day for the world now because of technological transformation. But the foundation has been laid down, which I'm sure will enable us to meet this challenge. Very briefly, I will try to give an outline of vision that we have worked out in this institute. Yesterday only we have meeting of the Board of Governors. And you should know that we are now embarked on an area of knowledge society. And in knowledge society, the institute, which is the hub of knowledge, that will play the most significant part. I can cite you the instance of Stanford and Berkeley, the two great institutes around which the whole Silicon Valley and whole industrial activity of California, which transformed the whole world, has come there. without being very exaggerating, I share with you that I see today or tomorrow, maybe after 10 years, this Durgapur NIT will play a part of transforming the whole area. It will be a knowledge plateau, it will be a knowledge valley where NIT Durgapur will be the knowledge hub. Because the all industry is getting knowledge based, and you cannot ignore the potential of an institute which creates every day some new knowledge and assimilates knowledge. So I see a great future for this institute, and I am thrilled to see that at the fag end of my life, I get associated with such an endeavor. So we have worked out certain blueprint and roadmap for the institute for future, seeing that how the constraints can be negotiated. First thing, that no institute in the world has everything. So you have to share the facilities around. And also, another big transformation that is taking place in the field of technology, that everything is becoming interdisciplinary. That the boundary of discipline between, say, electrical, electronics, civil, mechanical, everything will vanish. Perhaps you know the number of transistors that is being printed every day equals the number of alphabets that are being printed in the print media. And if you know that what transformation printed media has brought to the civilization, and a transistor being much more active than a print letter, it will have a multifold effect on the transformation of the society. And in the world of Internet of Things, you are going to see a world which perhaps you will yourself not believe. About 50 years back, I used to work with electronics gadgets working at 200 volts. At that point of time, if somebody had told me that, look, you have to have a device working at 1 volt, perhaps I would have slapped him. Today, all my chips work at less than 1 volt operating voltage. So when you have, after 50 years, some of you perhaps will be operating a device with an operating voltage of 1 by 200 volt. If we have done that in 50 years, challenge before you is to make chips which will work at 1 by 200 volts. And therefore, you will be in such a fascinating world where mechanics, electronics, physics, chemistry, biology, all will be meshed into one discipline, and therefore you cannot afford to have a discipline. The more you are in one discipline, you are lost into the race of advancement. In fact, you cannot cultivate a vegetation at the peak of a mountain. You have to look around and see other disciplines for vegetation. Therefore, interdisciplinary thing is the key word, buzzword today, and we have worked out at NIT Durgapur that there will be one program on smart system in which all the departments will be working collectively. That is a very major step. And second point is, after working within the institute, we shall stretch out to interact with the institutes just in the neighborhood of NIT Durgapur, like Central Mechanical Research Institute, Durgapur Steel Plant, Fertilizer Plant, and so on. Then we stretch out a little more. We go to IES, Shibpur, then Calcutta University, Jadavpur University, Kharagpur IIT. Then we go beyond that, maybe Delhi, Bombay, other laboratories. Then you go internationally. So you have multiple step of plan now we have worked out, and we are going to see that this interdisciplinary and mutual interaction are going to be the key words where we shall share facility where in a win-win situation. So that's a great step, and one very important program is coming, that is, we shall have an MTech program in entrepreneurship and innovation, where students will come out and create a job, set up their own industry, then looking for jobs. So these are just a few samples of initiative that we are undertaking, and we are very confident with the quality of students, of which I am very proud, we have got here. We shall be succeeding in this venture. My dear friends, you have seen that you are now put into the world where will be a big challenge. You have to move on. And what else? But I can quote the great words of Atriya Upanishad, where it says, Charan vai madhu vindati, charan swadu mudumbaram, huryasya pasya shremanang, yona tandarayate charan. That means the moving, the progress itself is the sweet. The moving itself is sweet. Progress itself is sweet. So move on. And the result of moving, progress itself also is sweet. So therefore move on. Look at the sun. It never blinks for a second. And it moves on, sustains the whole universe. And therefore, Charaivati, Charaivati. Move ahead, march ahead. Jai Hind, thank you very much.
So I'll tell it. Thank you, sir. We are extremely honored to have amongst us Swami Atma Priyananda, Vice Chancellor, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekanand University, Belur Mott as our chief guest. We request Professor Omalendu Bhushan Bhattacharya, Chairperson, Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, to introduce and request the chief guest to deliver the convocation address.
It's my great privilege to introduce to you Swami Atma Priyananda ji, who is the Vice Chancellor of Ramakrishna Vivekananda University at Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda University at Belur Mott, which was conceived by Swami Vivekananda himself just before he passed away in 2000, I think July, 4th July 2002. It's a great event for me that after we have got an individual who is here with us, that who is the Vice Chancellor of the same university which was conceived by Swami Vivekananda and which he took over in the year 2005, around 2005, as a Vice Chancellor. Swami Atma Priyananda, you will be surprised to know, is basically a particle physicist. He has a doctorate degree in particle physics from University of Madras in 1978, if I'm correct. And after that, he was fascinated with the philosophy of Swami Vivekananda Ramakrishna, and he decided to be a monk, and he came over to Belur Mott and he joined the Ramakrishna order in that around 1978. After that, he was principal for the Ramakrishna Vidya Mandir College, which was a very outstanding college there, and he was principal and vice principal for about 19 years, till when he took over as the Vice Chancellor. Swami Atma Priyananda obviously is one who mixes science and spiritualism. He has worked extensively on the science and Vedanta, and that is what he's propagated internationally and all over the world is recognized forward. As for myself, I feel unfortunate that I have never seen Swami Vivekananda. I always thought why I was not born when Swami Vivekananda was alive. But after Swami Vivekananda left this world, we had Swami Ranganathan, who kept Vivekananda alive throughout the world. And after he passed away, we have virtually the third version of Swami Vivekananda in Swami Atma Priyananda ji. So, Swamiji, we are so grateful to you that our students have got occasion to listen from you because Swami Vivekananda is the icon of youth, and who else can be connected to Swami Vivekananda better than yourself? Swamiji has extensively worked on various aspects of what is known as gap area in education, that conventional universities teach many things, but many of the areas are left which are vital to education. For example, the educational values, ethics, and spiritualism. Unless you connect spiritualism with your material pursuit, that you cannot sustain the material progress itself. The technological change that is coming today is so terrible that unless you are spiritually strong, you will not be in a position to absorb the impact of technology. So Swamiji is here to tell us that the work he has done extensively on this area, apart from many of the publications he have done on Upanishad, on minor Upanishads, and 2 of the books are coming already, likely to be published in the near future, collection of research papers with more than 50. So these are some of the physical details about his academic achievement. We are more interested to see that the spiritual value, spiritual dimension, which mixes the material progress with the spiritual progress, and we are looking forward to that. Swamiji, please come here for the lecture.
I know all of you are very tired, particularly the students here. In India, we are not so used to listening. Everybody keeps talking, as we are doing now. And if everybody talks, who listens? This is a pretty great problem. So may I begin with a small prayer from the Upanishad, which is very universal, of course, which says, let us first open our ears and listen. When we open our eyes, let us see things which are auspicious, elevating, and let us fill our hearts and minds with things which are noble, which are elevating, and which transform our individual and collective lives. This prayer is from the Atharva Veda. It occurs in the Mandika Upanishad as well as the Mundaka Upanishad. Because I know how difficult it is for people to listen, and our poor students who have graduated here, having to sit for 3.5 hours and to listen, after having got their degrees for what they are worth, they were very happy to walk away, and some of the intelligent guys walked away, and those who were relatively softer, looking at the dean sitting here and then with watchful eyes, they didn't dare. Very happy that you are here still. And I know when you exceed the time, how restless people become. So I asked the registrar, we are already running late, should I take the amount of time which is already allotted to me as per the program? He very wisely smiled and, well, yes, you should take the hint from there. I'm reminded of a very interesting incident which I often quote on such occasions. Some years ago, I went to Bangkok for an international conference of the vice chancellors, whom they call presidents of university in the United States of America. The chancellor of Oxford University was present. He's a very intelligent person, of course, a very witty person too. He began by saying the following. He said, I went for an international conference and asked the audience, how long should I speak? Everybody said in one voice, sir, you come from such a far away distance and you're such a wise man, you come all the way to talk to us. Please do speak as long as you can and as long as you want, but we leave after half an hour. I think that's a very bad thing to happen to any speaker. So I wouldn't test your patience. I know everybody is hungry first. And Sri Ramakrishna said, Khali pete dharma hoy na. And hopefully our registrar will feed you well after the convocation. So I'll begin with that prayer with a very serious note. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhir Yajatraah Sthirairangai Istuštuvagum Sastanubhih Vyashema Devahitai Yadayuh. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we see with our eyes that which is auspicious and elevating. May we hear with our ears that which is ennobling and that which is elevating. And with very powerful and keen senses and limbs in the body, let us always strive for the cultivating that which is good and noble. Om peace, peace, peace. I am very happy to be here, and particularly I thank the chairman of the board of directors, Professor Bhattacharya, for having thought of me as one of the persons who could deliver the so-called chief guest address in this convocation. And I also thank the director, the dynamic director, Dr. Kumar, Professor Kumar, and the registrar sitting on the dais, all the faculty members, the deans of faculties, heads of departments, teachers, staff, the parents, if any, the invited guests, and my very dear students, particularly those who have received their certificates in proof of having successfully completed the various courses of studies in this prestigious institute. As you can always expect, I am going to give you some pieces of advice. You can always expect that. But I am going to share some thoughts with great poignancy and sorrow. This is Swami Vivekananda's sorrow which I am sharing with you. He said with tremendous passion and feeling, perhaps in reference to the convocation at the University of Madras. As you know, the convocation hall at the University of Madras just oversees the sea. Swami Vivekananda said, is there not water enough in the sea to drown you, your gowns and diplomas and all that? What are you doing to the people at whose expense you are receiving your degrees? Remember, this institute is being financed by the Ministry of the Human Resource Development of the Government of India, and the amount of fees that each one of you pays is just a pittance compared to what the government is paying. Where did the government get its money from? Government money means the poor man's money, the common man's money, the taxpayer's money. The man there sitting there cutting the grass, the person who is selling vegetables, the person who is pulling the rickshaw down there in the streets, they are the people who are paying for your education. And if you, having been trained and educated at the institute and graduated, do not pay a heed to those people at whose expense you have received your education, Vivekananda says, I will call you traitors. Which is a very powerful word, but with great feeling he said this. As long as millions live in poverty and ignorance, I call every educated man and woman a traitor who, having been educated at the expense of these poor masses, pays not the least heed to them. This is one appeal which I want to place before you. I am not saying you should not go for a good career. Please do. Many of you may go abroad, and some of you, unfortunately, may settle abroad. Even that is good enough. Because the world has become so small, from wherever you are in the world, you can always help a poor country. Our country is not that poor anymore. We have so much of resource, we have enough money. We have been feeding 125 crore of people. We have the wealth, we have the food grains, and what we do not have is character. This is what Vivekananda repeatedly emphasized. Unless education gives you character, Unless every educated man and woman can say with tremendous confidence in himself or herself that no amount of temptation can lure me into doing anything which is ignoble, which is unethical. You are going into the wide world now from the protection of a university or an institute, your mentors, your parents, and your teachers who have been toiling hard to impart you this education. They are going to send you to this wide, cruel world, a selfish world, like as Christ said in the Bible, I am sending you into this world as lambs before wolves. I am not painting a very dark picture of the world, but this is a reality. You will see selfishness, egotism, jealousy, bickerings, acrimony, quarrels among people who are supposed to be highly educated. People who are uneducated are much better. You talk to any person in the village. You talk to rural India and see how people have so much of feeling for you. In Vivekananda's life, you know, Swami Vivekananda was staying in a particular place and talking and talking. Scores of people used to come the whole day questioning on spiritual matters. Vivekananda used to give them counsel, give them advice, give them elevation of mind. Whole day has been talking for 3 full days and nights without being able to sleep, without being able to breathe, without being able to eat anything. There's a very poor farmer who couldn't understand a word of what Vivekananda said about religion or philosophy. After 3 days he said, Swamiji, I am seeing that you are talking and talking to these people, but nobody has asked you whether you've eaten anything. I have some food to give you, but I am a low-caste person. I can't give you this food because I'm a sannyasi. Then Vivekananda, with tears, he said, this is India. Not the educated people who have made me toil and who extracted every pound of flesh from me without even caring whether I have eaten anything at all, whether I have drunk even water. So in rural India, uneducated India, the so-called uneducated India, is far superior in qualities of humanism. Vivekananda, in fact, was the person who inspired, as you know, the study of technology and science in India. 1893, when he was traveling in the same ship with Sir Jamshedji Tata, 2 great minds met. Jamshedji was going to the same place where Vivekananda was going to Chicago, and on the way they were going via Japan, and he wanted to promote industries not by indigenously creating situations in India where industry will thrive, but buying from abroad and selling it. Vivekananda said, why do you do this? What do we gain by it? Or rather, you create situations in India where industries can thrive, for which Vivekananda realized we need trained, educated young men and women. And the British government is never going to educate young men and women, the youth of India, into the mysteries of science and technology. And therefore, you should create an institute in India for Indian youth to train them in technology and give them the knowledge of the latest discoveries of science. What exactly Vivekananda told Jamshedji is not known, but Jamshedji Tata's reply to Vivekananda on this matter, the letter is available in original at the archives at Belur Mutt. There he writes, you may remember me as a co-traveler in the same ship, in which you advised me to start an institute in India where, I quote, men can live with ordinary decency and cultivate sciences both natural and humanistic. It's a very, very profound statement Vivekananda should have told Jamshedji Tata. It is not only natural sciences, physics or chemistry or technology like biotechnology and mechanical engineering and all the things which we recently, just now, you graduated in, all of you, but there is one other aspect to it, which is humanistic sciences, where a human being can become a better human being and use all the knowledge of science and technology for the betterment of society and for the welfare of human beings. Oppenheimer was the saddest man when the atom bomb was used to destroy civilization. Einstein was so sad that his little equation could have the power to destroy the world 10 times over in a few microseconds. Why should technology be put to use if human civilization is going to be destroyed? Einstein was asked once, what kinds of weapons you think will be used in the Third World War? Einstein smiled and said, I do not exactly know what kinds of weapons will be used, but I do know what kinds of weapons will be used in the Fourth World War. I said, how is that? Stones, bows and arrows. Human civilization would have been totally destroyed in the Third World War, and we'll go back to the Stone Age. What is the use of a civilization what is the use of education if education is used to kill human beings, to destroy human beings, which we are seeing now? We were much better off with less of technology some years ago than now with tremendous technology and human beings behaving like brutes. So my appeal to all of you, you may be scientifically advanced and technologically a superpower, but you should be good human beings first. Don't worry about God. Don't worry about spirituality. Don't worry about religion or meditation. First, be good human beings with certain simple human qualities, human virtues. I will just list 5 of them for you, the Panchashila, the kinds of mantras which we emphasize in the Ramakrishna Mission institutions and our university when the students graduate out. The first is, take good care of your body, your health. Our boys and girls studying in education institutes woefully neglect their health. Particularly those who are the computer savvy and technologically advanced, they constantly live in a room which is supposed to be air conditioned, which means sun's rays will never penetrate there and fresh air can never come in. That's our technology. Dr. Devi Shetty, the famous cardiologist, once told us in a conference, 90% of the infection in hospitals comes from the air conditioners. If the air conditioners are removed and all the doors and windows are opened, we will have less infection. All of us know the sun's rays are the most powerful disinfectants. And many people have not even seen the rising sun. We go to faraway places on pilgrimage and sightseeing, spending so much of money to see the sunset or the sunrise in Kanyakumari, at California. You just open your door, open the window there, the sun is there waiting for you. But we have created a civilization in which we will cut out the sun's rays and all fresh air, put all the air conditioning in the world and think that we are highly civilized. So this is the kind of civilization which you have created. Take care of your health. This body is the most precious gift of God. And particularly the engineers and the technologists who deal with matter, like unfortunately I dealt with matter all my life through particle physics. We, the matter specialists, completely neglect the living organism which is the body. This body is one of the most precious gifts that God has given you. If any of you doesn't like the word God, you can substitute it with the word nature. So you simply said replace, Control R, simply it is replaced. So nature has given you this body, your parents have given you this body, this precious human body, and cultivated through purity, through exercise and regulated habits and food. Most of us don't live a life which is one of regulation. Unregulated habits, and our students, particularly in the engineering institutes, think waking up the whole night is the only way to study. They will wake up the whole night and sleep the whole day, and even when they wake up in the night, they sleep most of the time, and they have a peculiar, spurious satisfaction. They have sat through the night and studied nothing. Why should you spoil your health by unnecessarily waking late in the night, not having sufficient amount of sleep. The stomach which God has given us is not a dustbin. It is not that you have to put junk food and all kinds of food there. And the lungs which God has given you is too precious to be filled with smoke. God has given you fresh air. God has given you so much of oxygen, so much of all the plants and the grass, all the vegetation. They have been programmed to give you oxygen so that they will take the carbon dioxide which you exhale. That's a fair exchange with God and nature, with man and nature. But we, in our arrogance of technology, say, no, I will not take an oxygen which God has given me. I will fill my lungs with smoke, paying money. So this logic simply beats me. It is just like going to the shop and say, please give me 1 kilo of cancer. That's what you are doing when you smoke. I am not saying you should not or should. Think about this logically, rationally, seriously. This precious human body should not be spoiled. And this human body should be used for your own upliftment and uplift of others. So take particular care of your health. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. This is a famous statement in Sanskrit. Dharmas, every effort, any endeavor in the world starts with health. You know the story of Srinivasa Ramanujan, who, rather than taking good care of his health, spoiled it without knowing how to take care of it. He died so young. And humanity lost so much because Ramanujan died young. So take exceptional care of your health, do good exercise every day. See that you go and wide in the fields and then jog and exercise, and be regulated in your habits and food, in sleep, in all your activities. That is one. Second is, continue to study. This little certificate that you got today does not mean that your education is closed. Swami Ranganathanandaji, about whom our chairman was just referring, very often funnily used to joke. When you get a degree certificate, you get also a certificate along with this is ECPS degree. Education closed and progress stopped. Don't think this is the end of your education, just the beginning of your education. You are beginning your education when you move out, because all the time you have been studying for 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, constantly weighed down by the pressure of examinations and tutorials and the urge to perform better. Now you will be free to think deeply, and whatever you can learn from nature and from books and from all sources. It's a famous shloka in Sanskrit which says, from the teacher you get only 1/4. From the institutions like this, even the best of institutes, you get only 1/4 of the knowledge which you really require. Another 1/4 of knowledge comes to you through discussion with your peers, the peer group. The third component comes to you by reflection. You study yourself, you think about it. And the last component, the 1/4, comes to you in course of time. As you grow, as you age, as you observe, you grow more and more. Acharyat padamadatte padam shishyasva medhaya padam swabrahmacharibhya padam kalakramena cha. So never stop learning. Go on learning, for which you listen. You open your ears and hearts wherever you can listen. And in India, we used to learn from nature. Nature has so much to give you. An ant or a mosquito or a frog or a plant that can teach you so much. So open your hearts and ears and begin to learn. This is a second appeal to you. And whatever knowledge you have, share with others. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Swadhyaya, now you have been doing paradhyaya. You have been studying under somebody, now you have to study under your own guidance. You should be a guru, you should be a teacher of your own conscience. And pravachana, share the knowledge which you have. This is the second aspect. The third aspect is truth. Unfortunately, our boys and girls very casually talk about things hiding the truth, half-truths and untruths. They don't have any qualms about it at all. This pains me so much to see that why should an educated human being say something which is not true? Satya is an extraordinary quality, and Ramakrishna said, Shottavache kalir tapasya. In the Kali Yuga, you don't have to do any other tapasya but truthfulness. Why I am saying this, not even philosophically or religiously, if you do not speak the truth and act according to truth, nobody is going to trust you. So carefully think about this. If nobody trusts you, what is your worth? Somebody will say, oh, that boy, oh, this girl, oh, he can't be relied upon. He says something but doesn't do it. He is not truthful, he tells lies. To be able to infuse trust in others is one of the greatest qualities of a human being. Suppose somebody says, oh, this boy, oh, this girl, he can be fully trusted. What a great joy it is to be trusted by everybody. If nobody has trust in you, you are such a despicable, miserable human being, for which you have to prove that you will stand by truth. Truth is something which is most vital to human education and educational endeavor, and our education system does not promote it at all. Our boys and girls, educated youths, just do not care about whether it is a truth or a lie. So they have qualms about it at all. Satyameva jayate nanritam satyena pantha vitato devayanaha. The Mundaka Upanishad says, Satyameva jayate. All of you perhaps know that this is the national motto. The Ashok Chakra, below that you must have seen in the Government of India it is written. In all the letterheads of all the politicians it is written there. MLAs and MPs. I don't know whether they really know it. Everywhere in the letterhead it is printed. Satyameva jayate. Truth alone triumphs, not untruth. Somebody very wittingly said, see, we have amended the Constitution so many times. This also has been slightly amended. How? They have put an awe before that. Asatyameva jayate. Which is very sad. See, if nobody believes anybody, the entire world is moving on trust. You go to a shop and then say, I want to buy something for 10 rupees. Oh, 10 rupees, order, give me. Suppose you give 10 rupees and he says, you are not given me. Simple example. Are you going to take a video picture every time? Then wherever you go, you should always take a video. That's what is happening to us. Everywhere. You keep a cap, keep it, and then keep a copy of this. It will be documented evidence. See, life does not go by this. Life goes by sheer trust. Our boys usually tell us, oh, why should we believe in God and so on. I give them a simple example. Do you go for a shave? Why are you talking about the boys only, of course. You go to the saloon for a shave. Then you go to the barber, and then the barber shaves you. And then you tell the barber, Dada, ekhane ekটু রয়ে গেছে একটু দেখুন না. But you don't, any time the barber may simply just এরকম একটা বসিয়ে দিলেই চলে গেল তোমার. You may laugh at, but think about the implication. Barber যদি একটুখানি এরকম করে দিলে হয়ে গেল. But you believe that the barber is not going to do that. I said, if you can believe in a barber, why not believe in God, the Supreme Being? You have so much faith in this poor barber. But why not believe in the Supreme Being who has created you and then who is running the affairs of the universe? Somewhere, some kind of faith is necessary. The entire science is based upon faith in nature. একজন ঘুমোবার আগে বললো এতগুলো মোমবাতি নিয়ে ঘুমোচ্ছে. এত মোমবাতি কেন? সূর্য কালকে 6:30 ওঠার কথা, কিন্তু জানেন তো কর্মসংস্কৃতির এত অবনতি হয়েছে দেরিতে উঠতে পারে, সেজন্য আমি মোমবাতি নিয়ে ঘুমোচ্ছি. What will you tell that person? You will say, you will laugh, he is mad. That means if a person doesn't have faith in laws of nature, you call him mad. And a person who has faith in God is a religious person. Faith in science is faith in nature is science, faith in God is religion. Because God is the person who is running the affairs of nature also. So always keep to truth as much as possible, even if you are cut to pieces. Never swerve from truth. And remember, you will not be a loser for it. Many people think, some of my boys used to say, ঠিক আছে, একটুখানি ম্যানেজ করতেই হবে, ম্যানেজ করা। This management is a terrible thing. Nowadays we talk, everything is managing. Somebody said, why do you get angry? Control anger. No, I will not control anger. Anger management. You manage anger. What can you manage? You manage everything without being able to manage anything. So truth is something we should stick to. This is the third aspect. The fourth is be unselfish. People think selfishness is more paying, but Vivekananda said, unselfishness is more paying, only people don't have the patience to practice it. If you are selfish, you know the outcome? Just like I said, if you are untruthful, nobody is going to believe you. And not to be trusted by anybody is the worst situation that can come to a person. You are sitting there, everybody says, don't trust this fellow. In exactly the same way, if you are selfish, there is a kind of bad odor. এটা দুর্গন্ধ শরীরে আসে না, আমাদের বিজ্ঞাপনে দেখে না, দেখে পুরো চলে গেল, তখন এটা করলো সব ঠিক হয়ে গেছে, বিজ্ঞাপনে তার দিকে দেখাই তো। So in the same way, if you are selfish, you actually ooze a bad odor because nobody would like to interact with you. একজন এলে আরে ও স্বার্থপর, নিজের কথাই ভাবে। And a person who is unselfish, he is full of fragrance. He attracts people. And scientifically, if you want the explanation for this, a simple experiment in physics, all of us have studied in school. Two hemispheres are put together and the air within is pumped out and vacuum is created. পড়েছো তো নাকি? MacDiver's hemispheres experiment বলে ওটা। Two hemispheres are put and vacuum is created inside, and several horses cannot separate these two hemispheres. Why? Because vacuum is created inside and the external air exerts so much pressure to enter into this that you can't separate. What is the lesson which physics gives you? If you empty yourself, you get everything. নিজেকে যদি খালি করো, বাইরে থেকে সব এসে যাবে। And unselfishness simply means, unselfishness is so simple. Empty yourself of your littleness. ক্ষুদ্র আমি, আমার, এখান থেকে বেরিয়ে এসো। And you will get everything. You can test it out for 6 months. Suppose I happen to come again, you will tell me. 6 months you try. Honestly you try. প্রত্যেক দিন আমি নিজের জন্য কিছু না করে অপরের জন্য একটু ভাবি। If everybody is worried about everybody else, the world will be extraordinary. You know the story of Devatas and Asuras. The Amrita, the nectar is being manufactured, and ultimately the nectar came out. Then God said, nobody can take it so easily, and your hand will be tied. The hand is stretched like that, and the stick will be tied, and you have to eat like this. How can you eat like this? The Asuras are struggling, and the Devatas sat, and within 2 seconds everybody ate. You know what happened? Everybody served the other man. See, you can't eat like this, but you can serve like this. So, the first person served the second man, the third man, everybody finished. So if you think about the other man, see how simple it is. If you think about the other person, everything will come to you. And if you empty yourself of all littleness and selfishness, you see the entire world will come to you. This is the truth which has been experienced, documented, proved in India for thousands of years by hundreds of thousands of people. This is not theories. This is the fourth. And the last is, always live in harmony and peace. Don't quarrel. In India, the greatest problem is we have everybody, we have so much of talent and so much of wealth, but we can never do teamwork. Even in the Olympics and games, etc., we always excel in one man, one woman games. Shooting, we are on the top. Chess, because one person. If 2 persons come, we quarrel. Simple that tennis and table tennis, 2 people can't come together. 2 people who have been playing for a long time suddenly say, I will not look at you, you will not look at me. And when 11 people play, of course, you know what's going to happen. So somehow or other, we can't come together, and the bane, Vivekananda said, is jealousy. Nobody can tolerate anybody else coming up. There's a story about the crabs. Kakra ache na, kakra. And there's a big festival of crabs which was being held. From various countries, basketfuls of crabs are being taken. Chinese crabs and Japanese crabs and American crabs. ভারতবর্ষের কাঁকড়া নিয়ে একজন যাচ্ছে, it is not closed at the top. আরে কি হলো, ঢাকনা দিলে না কেন? স্যার এগুলো ভারতীয় কাঁকড়া, কিছু হবে না স্যার। কেন? একজন উপরে উঠলে সব দিয়ে টানবে, কোনো চিন্তা করবেন না। So the Indian crabs, when somebody, one crab goes up, everybody will pull him down. এই করে করে we lost so much. কত নোবেল প্রাইজ আমরা পাওয়ার কথা ছিল, আমাদের নোবেল প্রাইজ প্রতি how much of Nobel prizes we have got, how many kinds of laurels we could have got. Why did India become a slave to British? Because of our own fault. We exposed our own people for petty gains. আমার স্বার্থপরতার জন্য কত লোককে কিন্তু আমরা কিন্তু ক্ষতি করেছি। So this bane of jealousy of a slavish race. Swamiji said, suspicion and jealousy, these are two things which are eating out our vitals. So these 5 things you please remember when you go out, wherever you are, whatever you do. Perhaps we may never meet again in this life, perhaps some other life we may meet when you come again to any institute later, or we don't know when. Please remember these fundamental 5 things. One is, take care of your body and your health, because the body is the most precious possession. The DNA about which you must have heard, even a book on biology tells you that the one DNA cell contains 100,000 coded messages. And the entire thing is decoded and typed by a person. It will occupy 1,000 volume encyclopedia. That's a book on biology says this. This entire hall will not be sufficient to declare the glory of Harvard's and DNA, and you have billions and trillions of such in this, and sitting in this multiple glorious cell system and saying, I am weak, I am small, this man is the enemy. Are we not ashamed? So study the human body, study about life itself in general, being students of engineering and technology and science. Second, be unselfish. Third, be truthful, and continue to study. That is the 4th. And last is, live in harmony. So I wish you well. Thank you for listening to me. And when people clap, it can mean 2 things. One is, oh, I'm so happy that you said this. The other is, when are you going to stop, sir? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now request our chairperson to felicitate our chief guest, Swami Atma Priyananda, Vice Chancellor, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda University, Belur Mutt. Come from the... Thank you, sir. We now request our director to felicitate the chairperson, Board of Governors, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, Professor Omilendu Bhushan Bhattacharya. Thank you, sir. We request our chairperson to declare the 10th annual convocation closed.
I declare the annual convocation to be closed. Thank you very much.
The whole audience is requested to stand up for the national anthem. Recipients of all degrees and medals are requested to rise and remain standing till the ceremonial procession leaves the auditorium. Recipients of all degrees, you are requested to kindly return the ropes. Lunch is ready for you. You are kindly requested to go and have the lunch. Thank you very much. Radha Kushwaha, gold medalist. You are please requested to come.